What's your process of getting somebody set up? So I would assume that you pop your accessories on, right? You get your D-loop tied, your knock set. Do you start them with paper tuning?
Yeah, I'll have them shoot it first, I guess, beforehand. Make sure everything feels okay.
Like draw length,
yeah, draw length, all that stuff. Yeah, get all the accessories on. Make sure everything's the way it's going to be when he or she is using it,
including sight stabilizers,
sight stabilizers, everything before I go into tuning. But depending, like a break-in period on a string, right? After they get a bunch of shots on it, I'm still going to have them come back in, and then we're going to shoot it through paper again.
Oh, really?
Just to confirm it.
So you don't just like do one and done?
Yeah.
You always like to do a follow-up with them?
I've had, whether or not it's the strings or just something settling on the bow, I've had mine change after the first few hundred shots, right? And then I'd go run it through paper and it'd be different, make an adjustment. From there, it seems to hold pretty well. So, yeah, it's making sure they're fitted right, and then, getting all the accessories and stuff on it, run it through paper.
Yeah. I'm always interested in, just intrigued, I guess, about like how your tune can change based on how much weight you have on a front bar or back bar, the angle of your back bar, whether it's tilted down or to the side. All that can impact. And then like even, your grip, right? So you might go home with a Matthews and Gauge grip, which is the grip's going to come on the bow. You might shoot it a little while and think, this is okay, but I really want to try side plates, right? Or I want to shoot just directly off the riser with some tennis racket tape or something. Even your grip changes a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And you can manipulate a paper tear super easy just on your grip. And so it makes sense to me that is that like going to be like customary for us here? As far as like somebody comes in and buys a bow, you're going to like get them set up and tune it, and then is it like a mandatory thing? Like, hey, you got to come back.
Yeah. I mean, we're making out like little cards too, to like as a reminder. We'll put your specs and everything, because a lot of people, like in my experience, come back and they're like, I don't know my arrow length, I don't know my arrow spine, like. So just having a little card where they can reference and be like, oh, this is what I got set up with.
Right.
And not everyone uses it, but just a good reminder, and put something on there like, hey, come back after a few hundred shots and we'll fine tune it.
Retune. Yeah. I mean, we talked a little bit about this limb shift tech, but maybe run me through how it works.
Yeah. It's really nice. It has the windows on the top and the bottom, right? So you pop out that screw on the right side, which I think it has a little lock and an arrow pointing toward it, so you don't take out the wrong axle screw. And then 5/32 Allen wrench.
Oh man, you even know the size.
Yeah, just
you don't just have like a drawer full of loose Allen wrenches that you pick through randomly and like stick it. Nope, not that one. Next one. That's what I do.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say how easy it is. So nice.
You basically just stick it in and turn it, right? Yeah. And if you get a left tear, you turn it left.
Yeah. And chase your tail. Chase your tail with it. And depending on, like, I kind of treat it more as like a top hat, where say my cam was shimmed right on top, left on the bottom. And if I had a tail left tear, I'm going to take the top cam that's further right and bring it left.
Okay.
Versus moving the bottom one further left. So I kind of still do that by looking at those little windows. And I know it's not the cam now, it's the limb. But I still try to, that makes sense in my brain, how to do it. So that's what I do it as. If it's tail left, I'll take the one that's further right and adjust that one left.
Okay. That's how you attack it. Do you end up with, just maybe from the top of your head, and if you don't know, do you end up with your indicator marks pretty much the same? Or do you end up with those slightly different when you feel like you get a good tune on your bow?
Mine end up pretty much the same.
Yeah, mine have
if I do it that way.
Yeah, mine have as well.
Yeah, and I'll work that way too. Like that's what I just explained. Like even for like a customer coming in, a lot of the times they might not end up in the middle, but they'll end up like similar.
Right.
If they go through the processes.
On the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing's really handy about the limb shift is that you can micro tune tear, like, right? So like when I was tuning this one to these gold tip arrows, these 250s that I've got. Shot one through paper, and I was like, yeah, that one looks good. But then I thought, I'm gonna go through and like strip off the vanes because I need to refletch them anyway. So I'm gonna strip these off, and I'm gonna shoot bare shafts and basically knock tune each individual arrow. And then I'm gonna mark the spine on the arrow with a Sharpie, and then I'm gonna fletch to that orientation. Then I'm gonna go back through and shoot each one fletched, right, just to double check it. And as I was doing that process, bare shaft, like going from the fletch shaft to the bare shaft, then I was doing it from anywhere. This took me like 2 days to do, but when I was going from the first initial, like I was like, oh, that one looks like a clean tear, right, with the vanes. And then I started going bare shaft, and as I was knock tuning, shooting through paper, I was getting like consistent, like, I mean, ever so slight. I mean, like tiny directional tear, that like you could barely see. And as I would work back, I would just basically use that limb shift, and I would give it like little tiny tweaks to the point where I had each individual arrow indexed, and I was shooting a clean hole through paper with each distance as I went back. And I mean, it took me all day, but man, it breeds such confidence. Yeah, you just feel so good about your bow set up that way, because you're like, every arrow is definitely coming out of the bow exactly like I want it to, But I do love the fact that with that limb shift, like you can really micro adjust your left and rights.
Yeah, I think it's. I've never had a paper tear from someone that I couldn't
work out.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, I try to coach a little too, but I mean, if there's an early tear, which I've had with these, and everything's really good.
It is. It's oddly satisfying, isn't it? That you can start with a paper tear, whatever direction, and kind of work that out. And when you get that perfect bullet hole, it's just like a nice clean tear through paper. Super satisfying.
Yeah. Like you said, I don't, like from a customer standpoint, there's no better way to give them confidence than seeing that and walking out.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet if you're like, hey, the end goal is this, I bet when they see that through paper, it's like, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your own tuning process? Do you just do paper? What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, I start with paper. I haven't really dove into like bare shaft tuning. I know we had a conversation on that. I haven't dove into that yet. Honestly, I feel like half the time I do customer bows more than my personal bow. But broadhead tuning, obviously, I'll go out and make sure my broadheads are flying good. But typically, like I shoot an expandable head. Typically, I don't have much, if any, adjustment. Yeah. As long as like going through a deep like paper tune like you just talked about. Yeah, I haven't had many issues. Yeah. If I do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Bare shaft tuning's one of those like weird ones, right? So you have people in the camp of like paper tuning. You just paper tune your arrows with fletching. Some people will paper tune every arrow. I do. I think you should do it.
Yeah.
Just so
at least before hunting.
Yeah, before hunting. Yeah, at least so you can like index your nocks, right?
Yeah.
And get an indication. I like to do that. I think it's advantageous just because you know that arrow's coming out the exact same way as your number one arrow, right?
Yeah.
I like to do that, and then a lot of people just skip straight to broadhead tuning, and I do that too sometimes, right? Yeah. But bare shaft tuning, like, whether it's shooting bare shaft through paper or actually going out to the range and shooting a, bare shaft out to like 30, 40 yards to look at the impact point and then kind of the orientation of your arrow in relation to your fletch shafts. Yeah. Sometimes I'll do it if I just like am feeling really nerdy and I'm like, I really want to do that, but ultimately, like, I feel like if I get a good solid paper tear and my arrows are indexed, I can shoot an expandable head out to, further than I'm accurate at, and they hit pretty good. Yeah. I'm gonna have to have you on sometime where we just like could do a real deep dive into like real archery nerd stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I should say when we hired Cody, I think how many interviews did you go through?
I had a lot of interviews. And it was like,
what was it like?
It was like in a 2-week span too, so it was just like one after another. It was good. I mean, our interview went, man, that was it was long. But it was mostly just nerding out on bows, so it's all right.
Yeah. How many? You'd had like 2 or 3, I think, prior to me, right?
I think I had probably, I don't remember the exact number. It'd be 4 or 5 total. maybe even 6.
No way.
I had a couple with Scott.
That's pretty strenuous.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott hit me up and he's like, hey, we have this guy. I think he's going to be the guy. I think he's really good, but we just, mind jumping on, spending some time with him. And I was like, yeah, I can grill him with all kinds of questions, which is what I did. I think I spent an hour and a half just like asking you tuning questions. Like, what would you do here? What would you do there?
Yeah.
Man, you're really gracious to answer all my questions. But yeah, ultimately we just ended up nerding out about bows. But yeah, at the end of it, I remember talking to Scott and I was just like, yeah, that guy's a bow tech.
Yeah.
Like through and through, this dude's a bow technician.
Yeah.